Hi, today we will talk about CARICOM, Bahamas.
CARICOM. It is an organization of 50 Caribbean nations, mainly the Anglophone Caribbean and British dependencies. The full members are Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Belize, Dominicana, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago. The British Virgin Islands, the Turks and Caicos are association members. The Bahamas belongs to the community but not the common market created with it. CARICOM headquarters is located in the Georgetown, Guyana. The Caribbean community develops three main activities: economic cooperation throughout the Caribbean common market, the coordination of foreign policy, and the collaboration of fields such as agriculture, industry, transport, and telecommunications.
The Bahamas is a very religious country. Christianity is the main region with Protestant converge, so at Baptists predominate, followed by Anglicans. Catholic are 19 of the popular. Some people practice Saint-Clair's God-like event similar to voodoo. The Bahamas in 2010 had 34.90% the Baptist people, 25.4% are Christian, 13.7% other religions, 12% Roman Catholic, 8.90% Pentecostal, 3.2% other and 1.90% no. Christianity is a monotheistic religion believed in the good, that is based on the belief that Christ or Messiah is the Son of God. God came to earth to remain mortal. I take his teaching as gift. The most important religious symbols of Christianity are clothes, Bible, spear, church, crown, throne, and more. The Catholic is at the form of the Catholic Church, and is the man I believe is good. The most important religious symbols of the Catholic are the Bible, clothes, and cure, and holy image.
The Bahamas culture is the result of a historical process that began with immigration waves originating mostly from West Africa that were captured and forced into slavery on cotton plantations in the Americas. Most of the white residents of the Bahamas are descendants of the first English settlers who migrated in 1647 to gain religious freedom and settle on the island of Eleuthera. The Bahamas Island is one of the most incredible places on our planet. Its white sand beaches and turquoise water are truly spectacular. Nassau. It is the capital and largest city of the Bahamas. It is located on New Providence Island and it is one of the most popular cities in the archipelago. It has a multitude of water activities on incredible beaches, history and music such as the famous Pompeii Museum, shopping centers, and Georgian architecture that leaves no one indifferent. Eleuthera. Its name means free, and it is a mandatory stop if you go to the Bahamas. It is a narrow island with less than 10,000 inhabitants, and it is said that it was the first place where Cristobal Colon arrived. Be that as it may, it is one of the most idyllic in the Bahamas. It has incredible marine fauna, magnificent beaches and colonial-style villas. Also, right next to it is Harbour Island with some amazing and unique pink sand beaches. Abaco Island. The perfect setting for sailing lovers is found in the Abaco Island and paradise of beaches, cays and islets where marinas abound. Fishing and diving are also very popular activities in this area. And other attractions are the national park an ecological reserve with a wide variety of animals, and the Albert Lowe Museum, a museum with historical pieces from the religion. Education. Until the mid-19th century, education in the Bahamas was offered only to children from white families. Public education of the late 19th and early 20th centuries was offered through Christian missionary schools. Today, education throughout the Bahamas is for all inhabitants. There are over 200 schools in the Bahamas. Most of them are funded and run by the government through the Ministry of Education. In the Bahamas, there are also private schools funded by different religion orders. Education in the Bahamas is compulsory for age 5 to 15. The country's education system is based on the traditional British model, in which students go through various levels, which are 6 years in primary school, from 5 to 11 years old, 3 years in junior high school, from 11 to 14 years old, 2 years in senior high school, from 16 to 18 years old. There are many private vocational schools for adults. There is also the University of the Bahamas, established in 1974, where bachelor's degrees are offered. Students can transfer to affiliate universities in other countries such as Great Britain, Canada, and the United States, finishing their degree with 2 more years of study in one of these countries. According to data from the Bahamas at 2011, literacy men 5.3%, literacy women 3.5%, schooling up 11.9 years, second grade education 94%.
The Bahamas has several social organizations that offer advice to the government, but here are four important ones that are: United Nations Organization (UN). The United Nations is a center to survive the problems that humanity faces. Caribbean Tourist Organization (CTO) provides the service and information necessary to development tourists. United Nations Education, Scientific and Culture Organization (UNESCO). The priority is education, development, population, human rights, women equality, democracy, and peace. Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations (FAO). It provides to meet needs and current and future generation growth program.
Technology and culture. Transport system. Airplane. Flights between islands are the only fast and practical way to travel within the archipelago. Ship. High-speed ferries connect Nassau, Andros, Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma Island, but you can also go by water taxi or by mailboat bus. In Nassau, a free port, there are many jeepneys, private minibus, that have permission to cover certain routes. There is hardly any public transport. In the out island, car. Traffic jams in the downtown Nassau can be a nightmare. On the other island, there are potholes in the roads. Communication system. The Bahamian Ministry of Homeland Security has made available to the Royal Bahamian Police Force a Motorola solution radio communication system that offers national coverage and emergency management solution to improve public safety communication. Praise the Bahamian Journal, the Freeport News, the Nassau Guardian. Radio and Television Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Urbanization. The Bahamas ended 2018 with a population of 377,000 inhabitants, an increase of 5,000 people. 1,945 women and 1,934 men over the previous year, when the population was 372,000 people. 16.61% of the population of the Bahamas are immigrants, according to the latest immigration data published by the ONU. Bahamas ranking 44th in the world density ranking, has a low population density of 27 inhabitants per square kilometer. A scientific investigation. Bahamas has Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. Bahamas Commission for Environment, Science and Technology, and the National Development Plan Vision 2040 in preparation.
When we talk about the trade balance, we refer to imports and exports. Bahamas export $443 million, in which its main products are vegetable polyethylene, petroleum oils, and frozen, where it imports $3,161 million in products such as petroleum oils, tourism vehicles, plates, sheets, and bands. The trade balance is maintained in various chains due to the economic growth that the country is carrying out. It is normally considered negative because it imports more than it exports. Tourism and financial service are the two most important economic activities. Almost 50% of the Bahamas' gross domestic product comes from tourism. Policy. It is governed by a constitutional monarchy. It is member nation of the British Commonwealth of Nations. The British monarchy is the head of state and represented by Governor-General, whom he appoints of the processal of the Prime Minister. Executive power is exercised by the Cabinet, at the head of which is the Prime Minister, a figure who appeared in 1955 with the parliamentary election in the archipelago. Legislative power rests with the bicameral parliament system. It is made of 16 members of the Senate, appointed by the Governor-General, and 40 members of the House of Representatives elected directly by the population. Her Majesty's Judicial Committee Council is the highest court in the Bahamas. It is followed by the Court of Appeals, the Supreme Court with 12 judges, and the Court of Majesty. The laws between Bahamas are set out in Constitution. He talks about laws like employment law, which provides that you cannot discriminate on basis of race, creed, sex, marital status, political opinion, age, or illness that to employ or a person applying for employment. The succession law, which establishes that constitution is determined equally by men and women. The Child Protect Act, which proclaimed that children must be protected against discrimination, violence, abuse, and neglect. Acceleration and equality between men and women, that is based on gender equality where we're all equal. Sexual function and stereotypes, where it's to so to achieve the elimination of prejudices that are based on the idea of inferiority or superiority at any of a sex or health and family education where everyone has the right to health care and care for the family. Equality of voting right in participation in election and the right to family and marital life. An advantage that the Bahamas has between its laws is the protection of women and their dogs.
The official and most widely spoken language is English. They also speak Patois derived from French, a close or clear derived from Portuguese. Spanish has an important percent and more immigrants from other Caribbean countries.